Okay, I think recording right now. So, number one, a study conducted in the maternal and the child health department asked each of the n randomly selected mothers and infants less than 6 months of age a set of k yes or no questions. Assuming the probability of answering yes in each question is denoted by pi, assuming it is by binomial. Yeah, binomial. Okay. Researchers interested in estimating pi k, keep in mind is theta. So this is what we are interested. Okay, say theta is pi k, but this actually is a function of pi. Okay, okay. It's if xi denoted the number of questions answering yes among those k questions. Okay, so nice to give you what xi follows, right? So binomial distribution. Binomial distribution among k questions, the probability of getting yes is pi. Okay. The reason why we see that PDF given pi is k choosing x, k choosing x, not k choosing pi. K choosing pi, okay, choosing x. Oops, k choosing x. Okay, k choosing x, pi x, then 1 minus pi k minus x. This is the PDF binomial. Okay, assuming x1 to x is a random sample n, then derived MLE. Okay, MLE. So then typical drill, right? So we are working on finding pi or theta. No, it's theta, it's MLE. But you do know that is what? Invariance property. I'm trying to find theta hat MLE. As long as I can find pi hat MLE, then with power k would become theta hat MLE using the invariance property. That means you're working on the find the MLE of pi. So just I from 1 to n PDFs kxi pi xi 1 minus pi then k minus xi. And then I think, can I simplify? I think so. So we can move to x1, then pi summation xi 1 minus pi. So of course this guy's right here. There's no, okay, so oops. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Delete, okay. Down, so 1 pi, then summation nk minus summation xi, summation k minus I, nk minus summation xi. Okay, then you taking log, then again I want to jump a little bit. Okay, then make sure on that I will check in that chat regularly to make sure that I did not miss a connection. I'm going to jump directly proportional to, because I do know this guy doesn't have anything about pi. So I don't even bother to write that term. I'll just write summation I, then log pi plus nk minus summation xi, summation xi, then log 1 minus pi. Okay, so you do partial pi, then equals what? This guy right here, partial pi xi 1 over pi, then plus this guy right here, nk nk minus summation xi whole thing 1/1 minus pi. Don't forget about chain rule is -1. It's okay. You set a 0, then you will find out it's. Let me just give you answer. I think you guys can do it, right? You're just working on times this guy as a pi times 1 minus pi, or maybe I should write a second line. You just solving that. I will times pi times 1 minus pi in the both sides. This guy summation xi times 1 minus pi plus nk minus summation xi. Actually, you might want to write that as a minus. Trying to acknowledge is the minus term right here. Minus. Then what? Then times pi right here. Then still 0. Now, but times pi times. On that picture, you'll find out it's pi hat MLE. I think pi MLE is what I think should be. We call x bar divided by kx. Okay. Good. Oh, possible could eventually find out it's actually is divided by nk. Either way, summation x side. Again, I keep saying so. So don't disappoint me. Okay. I keep saying that it's 25-second directive to show that it's smaller than 0. It's not smaller than infinity. Smaller than 0. So such that you will find this a global maximizer. Okay, about pi MLE it's. Okay, so that's A. Again, it's you find pi MLE, then you find theta MLE. Then. Okay, so in B, it's okay, deriving CILB. Again, you see that quite frequently now, right? CILB, like I said, writing down definition. Okay, again, denominator, bunch of choices. Okay, the easiest one would be it's minus expectation, then partial theta. Okay, but right now it's really it's late, so retire. So tau pi actually tau pi square. Oh, you actually need to derive this then. So then log f of x1 given pi right here. Okay, I write theta just too frequently. I write theta, but it's actually pi here. How about just really make that?
Excuse me, Professor?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think it is actually theta, and theta is defined as pi to the k.
Yes. Really? No, the pi. So actually, right here is good point.
Yeah, theta is pi to the k.
Theta is pi to the k, right? But you're finding pi first.
Yeah, and right. Then I'm saying part B asks about theta, not pi.
Yes. So you are finding. Oh, thank you. I appreciate. Okay. So that means it's. Let me make sure on that. So I'm asking about theta, CRLB for theta, not about pi. But theta is actually it's a function of pi then, right? So theta is pi to the power k, right? This is tau pi then, right? Okay. So right here you actually plug in is tau pi. Making sense? So you are finding for theta, but theta is function of pi. The reason why in the numerator of CRLB is a tau function.
Yeah, I
of
see.
theta. Yeah, got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do know it's confusing right here. I shouldn't do that. I remember I told two students saying it's I should have doing it just everything is theta. It's easier. Nobody will confuse. Then right now you're switching between theta and pi. Everybody confused. Okay, I should have using just theta all the way. For example, right here, I should have something like eta equals to theta k. So that everybody knows how to do that CRLV things. Yeah, you won't happen again, trust me. I will just everything for theta. Okay. Yeah. Good, right here. So that means, yeah, again, it's original parameter is pi, then theta is function of pi. Okay, so then we are doing it, deriving the second derivative of the pi here. Okay, so that means, of course, I said this guy right here is a single one. Okay, if a single one, remember this guy n right here. Okay, right here it's what? X1 to xn. There's no n right here. No n right there. Okay. When you're deriving, if you really using this guy right here to derive, the n will popping out from your score function. Okay, good. So what's next then? So that means you do need to deriving your second derivative right here. I think it's not that difficult to derive second derivative. Let me see right here. Okay, if you do that, equals to what? If you do have your first derivative right here other than 0, then you do your second derivative would be, I think there are easier way to do it. But just if you do it straightforwardly, -1, then plus nk, then minus summation xi minus pi minus 2. And then what? The chain rule, right? -1, then you have -1 right, the chain rule. It's so that means this guy become positive, and then could I even simplify? I think so. Let me just write it right here to simplify version to you, so we can save time to talk other things. So eventually this guy become k pi -1. Let me see my second derivative. My second derivative would be, I think so, summation xi, then this guy -2, not -1. You do have pi 1 over pi, you do have pi -1. -1, pi -2, okay. And then 1 minus pi, then -2, then summation. I think this guy is correct. Okay, this guy is correct. I do mention one thing first. One thing is, if somehow you don't know, if somehow you don't see whether or not this smaller than 0, I don't think it's really trivial to see that whether or not that guy's smaller than 0. Why I keep writing smaller than infinity then? So in 0. If it's not true, if it's not so trivial for to see that smaller than 0, especially this is minus, this is positive. So sometimes it's not easy to see that smaller than 0. You plug in your pi as a pi hat. You just plug in. It's okay to plug in pi as a pi hat, then to talk about it. It's bigger or smaller than 0. Okay, good. So that's all I want to mention. Then using that, if you're talking back to, well, right now I do have this guy as using n guys. So maybe right here, another one, I'll do it. Then doc f of, okay. So one is using join one. Okay. Because this guy join one, so I'm going to bring up right here. Okay. So I don't have to talk about single one. Okay. Then it turns out to be what? So if I take expectation on the whole thing, okay, equals to what? You do have summation xi, then minus pi minus 2. And then you also have what? Also plus nk minus expectation summation xi right here. Maybe I should write this a random variable, so it's not confusing. Xi random variable, xi random variable. Then times 1 minus pi, then minus 2x. Okay, so double check it. I think we are good. So this guy is minus, this guy right here, it's n ex1x, right? You have summation exi, then each exi is times ex1x. Okay, so ex1 equals what? Individual one, ex1, xi followed by nomial. So ex would be, of course, is kx, right? K pi. Okay, so I mean this guy k and times pi minus 2. Okay, then a minus n k pi, then 1 minus, then minus 2x, nk pi, nk pi. Okay, so pardon me, I'm double check everything because that's easier for us to move on. So minus 2 nk pi, so this graph can minus nk pi inverse, right? Then plus, I do have nk taking out, I do have 1 minus pi here, and become 1 pi inverse x. Okay, good. So I don't think we can do further to simplify everything, I think. And then of course, there's a big negative term right here, so don't forget about it. So that means eventually I put negative on everything. Then that becomes eventually this guy positive, this guy negative. Okay, so if you want, if even simpler, guy is much more beautiful right here. And the first one is 1 over pi. You taking out nk. The second one it's 1 over 1 minus pi. And then you do have it's what? Nk. If you can actually combine two guys together. 1 minus pi, then plus pi, then you will see that. Pi 1 minus pi plus pi. This guy cancel out. Then this is what I like. Nk times 1 over pi 1 minus pi. I like it right here. Okay, so that means CIOB eventually see coming out, right? If you are doing the join PDF, then will coming out. Okay, so that means right here, let me take out something. Take out this because I don't write. This guy taking out as well. Okay, so equals, okay, again, You do a pi, you do a tau pi as a pi k. This guy right here become k pi k minus 1, then taking square it. Okay? Then denominator will be what? nk times 1 over pi times 1 minus pi h. Okay? That's just CILB. Okay? Let me check in my solution key to see is that correct. K squared pi 2k minus 1 times, yep. Okay, so I think it's correct answer right here. Any question on B? I think this one is just straightforward, but you do need to identify what the tau function is as a tau pi equals to theta. Okay, good. So let me save it too, because some student asking for saving something and then P1. Okay, good. I'm going to open another board to go with C right here. Good. Oh, I think this is challenging. I remember. Let me see if it's. Oh, no, it's actually fine then. Oh, D is more challenging. Okay. Good. So C, I said I do have a T as a summation xi right here. Okay. And to show that as a complete sufficient statistics. Well, we've been showing this bunch of times already, right? What you're going to do is really just doing using the exponential family. Right? To show that, okay. We see midterm 2018, midterm 2, 2018, then P2 is. Using exponential family, you will see that summation xi is complete sufficient statistics. Okay, so I will save it right here because it's been showing too many times. If it's sort of confusing, if you're sort of confused how to find it, let me know. But I want to save some time for other questions. Okay, then you do have what? So you are trying to say it. If I give you another statistics, which is binary, W is 1. If x1 equals to k, then 0 otherwise. How do I show that W is unbiased then? Well, really easy, right? To show unbiased, just putting down expectation onto a random variable and show that eventually it's pi then, right? If you do that, right? Then you win, right? Okay, right here, indicator function, indicator variable, expectation is what? Nothing but probability. We also see that multiple times as well. Keep in mind expectation on binary random variable, nothing but probability of W equals to 1. Okay, then probability of W equals to 1, nothing but told you that is what? If x1 equals to k. Okay, good. Then you do know that x1 follow binomial, then k pi, right? So that means the probability of x1 equals to k is what? 1 minus pi, then k minus k then. Okay, that's exactly probability of x1 equals to kx. Of course, this guy 1, this guy 1 as well, eventually is pi k. Easy. So that means the W is an unbiased estimator. I think you finish C. of theta. Okay, this guy is theta right here. Okay. Oh, it's not equal to pi. Sorry about that. Equal to theta. Again, so I write it right here, right? Say it's also pi. No, it's okay. Good. D is more challenging, I think. Okay. So, but the point again is, if you saw the unbiasedness, you saw unbiasedness, right? You saw complete sufficient statistics, and in D you're trying to find U and VUE. Then you should think about what theory you're going to use, right? Nothing but Lehmann-Schaffer. Okay, Lehmann-Schaffer told you that it's even you have a lousy unbiased estimator like WH. Okay, as long as you're deriving conditional expectation of W, given that complete sufficient statistics in T, then you can say this guy is a UMVUE. But the point is, this guy not necessarily easy to derive. Okay, but I do think the same thing as what we show in class, right? Really is deriving probability of W equals to 1, then given that T then T right now is summation Xi. Okay, T is summation Xi equals to T right here. And then of course probability of W equals to 1, the same thing right here, is X1 equals to K. Then Xi equals to T. Although I said this is hard to derive, but it's actually the same thing as it's actually similar to the slides in class, right? In class, we're doing the Poisson, right here, we're doing binomial. So I would anticipate you guys should be able to handle it. The next one is what? Conditional probability. That means nothing but writing down your condition probability is a marginal probability, then join probability. Right? And then right. Okay. So again, it's your Xi binomial K pi. Then what is the summation Xi follows? Right? Again, it's binomial actually, but the point is enlarged one, nk. Then m pi, right? I think nk, then m pi, right? Summation xi, m pi. No, it's not m pi, it's probability. You're kidding me. So m pi, still pi. Because that one is probability, not going to be m pi then. Okay, so that means probability of summation xi. Okay, let me see if I. Okay. Again, if you cannot hear my voice, then just trying to texting a little bit, trying to use your chat box. I will keep looking at it to see if I see anyone cannot hear my voice. Okay, if not, because I cannot see you, so it's a bit difficult right here. Okay, so summation xi binomial. This is binomial PDF nk using t pi t, then 1 minus pi nk minus t. Right? That's what summation xi is PDF. It's okay. Then, if you remember, we're using the same situation as well. I do have x1 xi, summation xi right here become I from 1 to n equals to t. So it means I can write that x1 is k. Then what? summation I from 2 to n, then xi equals to what? T minus k, right? The reason I want to do so is I'm trying to create independence. I'm trying to create independence. X1 independent with X1, X2 plus until Xn is. Okay, so I can write X1 is K, then probability summation I from 2 to n, then xi equals to t minus k. Nk choosing t, pi t, 1 minus pi, nk minus t. Okay, right here, binomial k pi. Okay, then k pi. So k choosing pi. Then I have what? Pi k, not choosing pi. Okay, k choosing k, pi k, 1 minus pi k minus k. It's well, I do that in the here, right? So I don't have really talking about too much. I just say, oh, this is for biasness. Let's take everything out. Don't have repeated. Okay, but right here, it's you only having summation I from, so this is from I to n. Okay, right now only summation from 2 to n, xi, so binomial n minus 1 k then pi. So it means right here is what? Minus 1 choosing k, and then I do have t minus k, okay, right here, and then I do have pi as well, and then t minus k as x, 1 minus pi, and n minus 1k minus t minus kx. Okay, by doing so, a bunch of guys cancel out. Do I do. This guy cancel out. You want to see that? And then how about this guy then? So this guy is nk minus k minus t plus k. So that means this guy would be taking out this guy minus k plus k out. Then this guy eventually become nk minus t. Nk minus t. So that means this guy out, this guy out. Okay? So eventually is what? Your answer is pretty ugly, I think. NK choosing T. Okay? I don't think you might have some way to simplify, but it's not worth of it, I think. Okay, good. So it means eventually, because I named T right here is summation xi, right? Summation xi. So formally would be it. Formally writing, right? CT right here. Formally writing would be you do have T as summation xi, and then the estimator is this. Replacing where T is. Very, very weird estimators. Then this guy is the UMVUE by Lemon Chaffee. Okay, making sense? D. Okay, so let me double check. I do not mess up, I think. Okay, but of course, right here, if you want to be more specific, you were saying that it's this guy summation xi right here. you do have condition, otherwise this got become negative, right? So that means if your summation xi from t or k, I'm sorry, it's k, then k plus 1, then dot dot dot, okay, until nk, I think, until nk. Okay, otherwise this is negative. Okay, you don't want to see that. That means otherwise. So if Vt should be formally should write that as if xi from k to nk, then you use these statistics. Okay. Then if not, so otherwise, otherwise, you just say Vt is 0 then. Is 0. Okay, to become a formal definition of your unbiased estimator is. Okay, good. So if you like, you might want to see whether or not actual unbiasedness is. Okay, just plug in this estimator directly right here. I meant to say right here. You should directly plug in right here to see if you can show it's a theta. Okay, well, it's actually not hard to show, and then you should know how to show that. Okay, but I guess I'm not going to give you that in the midterms. But it's interesting in saying is this guy's function of summation xi. You see what I'm doing, right? Before it's you're just like saying it's finding the range. You're finding the range of the summation xi is. Then it's using the PDF of summation xi here. It's some range from 0 to, I don't know, nk, maybe nk, right here. Okay? Then you put your Vt right here to deriving expectation. And then right there, this guy become critical then. Okay? So from 0 to something to k minus 1 is 0. The PDF is 0. This guy is 0. So you want to do one thing is to see that eventually this guy from k, I think, to see whether or not it's theta. It should be. It should be. Otherwise, phi is not unbiased estimator. Okay, so do I finish one? Do I have E? I do have E. Oh my God, I do asking about. Okay, if I ask, let's do it then. Okay, especially I said first, right? Don't, if I told you trying to show phi is unbiased estimator, don't give me this. Well, this is a question in E, so it's not going to be that easy. Okay, so no, it's not. I just do all these kind of options. Okay, and then show that. Then phi summation xi is an unbiased estimator. I said right, so you need to point of it. Okay. Good. So like I said, you using definition of expectation of Vx eventually says theta. Okay. So just taking function out is equals to here. Okay. So I'm going to say t from k to nk, and I do have phi t right here, exactly phi t right here. Okay, I just replacing t as argument to return summation xi. And the PDF of t is what? PDF of t, I say right here already. I say summation xi is binomial nk then pi. So that means PDF of t is nk choosing pi, then pi t, right? Nk choosing pi t, then 1 minus, then nk minus tx. nk minus t, just PDF of tx. Okay, and you're working on it, then of course there are some tricky things right here. The tricky part would be it. You might see me do that frequently right now. Let me put this guy prettier. Sorry about that. VT. Okay. If I do it, I would really try my best trying to create a new PDF inside Guy's new PDF. This domain right here is exactly the binomial domain. Okay. So by doing so, you can actually claim the whole thing it's 1 because the PDF summation over the right domain is 1. Then this is the answer I'm looking for. Okay, good. That's our goal. Okay, then how do we do that then? Of course, I want to write VT. Okay, sorry about that. Specifically, it's m minus 1 k t minus k is my VT, then divided by, okay, sorry, kt, and then pardon me, I'm writing this. I think they are cancel out, isn't it, right? So this guy cancel out right here. I think so. Okay. This guy cancel out, this guy divided by cancel out right here. So I just say pi t 1 minus pi nk minus t. Hopefully you see that. Okay, good. So I do have pi 1 minus pi. Look at binomial. Okay. Only thing not binomial is what? The range. But I always can do this, right? I can make t minus k is 0 and rename this guy as a t prime, for example. Okay, that means I make that t prime equals to t minus k. So I should replacing every t as a t prime plus k here. Okay, so that means number 1 is, okay, if I do that, t minus k equals 0 up to nk. That means t prime from 0 up to what? Nk minus k, I think. Okay. And then every t minus k by t prime, or t equals to t prime plus k. That means this guy t minus k, t prime. Okay. Then how about m minus k, m minus 1 times k? It won't change, I think. Then pi, then t right here, t prime plus k, and then 1 minus pi, then n k minus t as a t prime, then plus k become minus k. Oh, how about do this? Okay, so double check it. T as a t prime plus k. I think so. Okay. I think so. Okay. So that means I can write eventually this guy, I'll take this guy out to become t prime. Okay. Then it's what? T prime from 0 to something right here. Okay. Or this guy actually n minus 1 times k. Let me write it. This guy n minus 1 times k. Great. And this guy, minus 1 times k, choosing t prime? Yes, binomial. And then hopefully this guy pi with t prime, I do have extra term as a pi k right here. Okay, so it means I can take a pi k out. M minus 1 times k, m minus 1 times k t prime, then pi t prime. Okay, and then I'm looking for what? I'm looking for this guy actually is what? M minus 1 k minus t prime then. If someone can write it, then the whole thing right here become binomials PDF. The inside guy binomial PDF. Summation over domain, this guy equals to 1. Then this exactly pi k we are looking for as an bias estimator. And I think double check it, this guy right here is the same, right? Nk minus k, yes. Nk minus k, then minus t prime, yes. I think so. Okay, good. So again, this kind of technique you will see me doing many times already up to this point. Okay, so eventually it's unbiased image of pi k. Any questions on number 1? No questions. If not, then we are going to move to number 2. Let me save it. Okay, save already. So that means I can say finish. Then I can popping up new boards. Okay, great. Oh, I even have F. Oh my God. Let me see. What do I ask? Why I'm so creative? Okay. Okay. So one may see that variance of phi summation xi is quite complicated and difficult to derive because the statistics, because estimator is really okay. Coming back to this guy. Okay, yeah, I'm saying that if the phi t is very complicated already. This is the phi t. This is phi t, right? Okay. The RAM exploitation taking some time already. Okay, exploitation taking some time already. Letting alone the RAM variance. That's a phi xi right here. Okay, I said this is really complicated in some sense. Maybe or maybe not. Maybe I can do in the same trick. Okay, to deriving the second moment and deriving the first moment. Okay, deriving the first moment and not deriving second moment, I'll get the variance. Maybe I can use the same trick, or maybe not. But right here, I don't want to do that, right? And then, so which makes the estimator that's useful because you need a variance to do the test, to do a testing, okay? To do inference, I should say. Okay, so a biostatistician suggests using the MLE in A. Okay, cool. To make inference on theta, since the large sample property of the estimator can be easily derived. Is that? Yeah, I think so. So comment on the approach of the biostatistician and derive the large sample distribution of MLE. Okay. Yeah, it's actually not hard to derive if you're using about MLE. Of course, we are going to talk about large sample property MLE in the future. But right now, it's things I teach you about central limit theory. I think you guys know how to do that. the reason why it's here. So let me pull out. So I don't want to remind myself. What is the MLE look like? MLE in A, right? I remember. MLE in A of theta. Theta is pi k. Then I do a pi hat is what? Give me a moment. I'm trying to find out what theta is. Okay. So I said theta hat MLE is pi hat MLE with power k. Okay. So then pi hat MLE from A is pi hat MLE from K is x bar divided by K, and then with power K. Okay. So in this question would be what? Would be deriving the large sample property of theta hat MLE. Okay. Nice guy. I give a hint. Hey, using central limit theory and the delta method, it's so obvious right here to me. Hopefully it's obvious to you as well. Because you do know theta hat MLE is a function of x bar, right? So theta hat MLE is what? Really nothing but function of x bar. It's okay. Then how to be using central limit theory right here then? On what? Nothing but on x bar then. This is the central limit theory I told you, right? So that means I just plug replacing what EX1 is. EX1 right here, S1 followed by binomial. Let me just write the K pi. Okay, again, it's X1, X followed binomial. I think it's K and pi. So EX1, X1 binomial K pi, the mean of X1 is K pi. Okay, then goes to D, then normal 0. Then variance of binomial, m pi times 1 minus pi, right? I think so. So that means right here n is k. So k pi times 1 minus pi x. Then you have the central limit theory for x bar. Then right now I said, you see, I write g function purposely, right? Then right here is what? G x bar, because theta MLE, then minus g pi k, okay, becomes something, and then goes to D, then 0, then what method you are going to use? Delta method. So that means G prime K pi taking square, then times the variance of original one of x bar x right here. Okay, of course, then what is the G function then? Right, looking at this. What is the G function? G function nothing but x divided by k with power k. You guys see that? Right, this got x bar, plug x bar here, become this. Okay, then that's G function. It's okay, G function. Okay, then you're deriving your G prime k x k, then k minus 1. Of course, don't forget about chain rule, 1 over k. Then that means cancel out, become x divided by k, then k minus 1x. So that means eventual variance, okay, variance part will be what? K prime k pi. So that means you plug in k pi divided by k, then k minus 1. Okay, we'll go taking square. Plug in k pi. I think so. So k pi, then 1 minus pi. Cancel out, then become what I k 1 minus pi. I do have pi 2k minus 2, then plus 1, then minus 1. I think so. Do I mess up? Yeah, I think it's correct answer, right? Although in solution key, I do not actually simplify. K pi. Yeah, I think so. If not, checking out solution key. Okay, good. So in solution key, I make a comment saying that it's okay. So you able to using large sample theory to deriving the variance of your pi k as MLE. And in the meantime, you do having your CILB. It's not here. I also asked you to driving CILB in B. And then you will find out the variance of MLE right here. What I said is, okay, I said if you put your root n right here to the right hand side as a variance, that will be divided by n, right? And you checking back to the CILB, it's actually the same thing then. Okay, so I make comment then saying it's, well, see how good MLE is. Okay, which means is if you assuming your n is really large, your variance of the MLE is going to be very close to the Craig-Marlowe bound edge. Or saying that it's whenever your sample size is large, your MLE behaves like UMVUE, have a really, really small variance among competing ones. Okay, so let's read it. You will find out really regularly in the future when we're working on MLE even further. That's why we like MLE so much, because asymptotically MLE is going to have smallest variance among competing ones. Okay, sounds good. I will even be creative. I don't have creative than this. Good. So I think I can save it. Okay. Does any one of you, if you can still hear me, did you guys want to see more questions in the past exams? Nobody give me any responses. Oh, something. Okay, somebody. Yes. Yeah, smart. The reason I say smart is then you won't find that recycle one in a new exam then, which means that I have to really creative in a new exam. Well, again, I said in class, I only have so many questions, so I give you more, then my chances is limited even further. Okay. Okay. Anyhow, I will see what I can do then. Okay. Yeah, I will posting even 2 more years, 2013 and 2015, right? No, it's 9, 8, 7, 2015 and 2016. Both guys do even more practice. Okay, so again, I basically posting all those useful questions in Katzenberger in Sakai already. So if you look at Sakai, you will see like a set of questions in Katzenberger for midterm number 1. So in that document, I basically listing every questions which would be helpful to preparing for midterms and then final exams. So if you're looking for some questions from Katzenberger as well, you can go back to the document. Okay, this guy right here is, okay, malaria study number 2. Let me try midterm number 2 right here. Okay, so let me save it. Midterm 2000, midterm number 2, and 2018, then Q2, then P1. Okay, good. Number 2. Okay. Oh, I told you that malaria study. Oh, it's actually from my real practice. Okay. You do have a gametocyte detected by current technology, RT-PCR. You guys maybe heard about RT-PCR so much right now for coronavirus. Okay, so RT-PCR do have limitation. They do have testing the viral load to having their lower bounds limited. Okay, so right now it's as long as the viral load is too low, you won't be able to detect it using RT-PCR. So I said the parasite, right? The amount of gametocyte or amount of gametocyte. Gametocyte is some kind of parasite. Okay, so then follow distribution of location shift exponential right here. So this is look like exponential, but it's shifted, which means without shifting. Okay, this is what I call shifted. You actually see that in the LRT class, right? The slides we try to do. Oh, it's actually the same thing as the slides. Do I switch the hypothesis? I may be switching hypothesis. Let me see. No, I don't switch hypothesis. Okay, that means I actually using the same question as the slides then. Okay, so then I may be able to save some time because there's the same thing as the class slides. Just the question setup is different, but approach is the same. Okay, so right now assuming beta is known quantity, I don't know if it's the same case in class slides though. Beta is known quantity. Only thing you don't know is theta. Okay, in A so if I do have x1 to xn, then trying to deriving the MLE for theta MLE. Of course, it's shifted. So maybe it's a good idea just writing down the range of x. I think so. X bigger than theta. X bigger than theta. Okay. Good. So I would say we're doing this bunch of times. So let's read no excuse. You guys don't know how to do it. Look at the function theta xi smaller than infinity. Right? Just W function, join PDF, then ID, consecutive product, then so you could do simplification. Okay, I write it, but pardon me on that. I actually want to write another way because I don't want to run that line, another line. So on the right is summation xi, then minus n theta. Because later on, I'm going to show that, okay, y is increasing or decreasing, a decreasing function of theta. Okay, right here, indicator function, bunch of guys right here, you do know what I'm going with. So smallest one bigger than theta is good enough to cover everyone bigger than theta. Okay, good, great. So I think you see multiple times already, right? Theta. Okay, so whenever you do have this function right here, the whole function is not differentiable. So forget about doing differentiation on the level function. Instead, you're going to draw a picture about L theta versus theta, finding out MLE. Then you need to be a smart end. For example, this is a whole function of theta. Well, it's not that far. It's all about this is a function of theta. It's an increasing function, decreasing function, quadratic function, or any function of theta. You do need to learn how to tell from it. Okay, right here, theta is here. This guy inverse, this guy minus. This guy minus become positive. That means exponential monotone function. So whenever theta getting bigger, the whole function getting bigger. This is increasing function of theta. Okay, and then this guy also function of theta as well. Then you do need to know that this guy x1 right here. Okay, again, theta smaller than x1 have a value. That means theta smaller than x1 have a value. Okay, that means everything still go up to until x1s. And then what happens theta bigger than x1 then? How about this? When theta bigger than x1, the whole thing is 0. That means go down to here. Okay, so that means our function look like this. Oh, thank you. Okay, go up to here, down, then right here. Okay, of course, if you want to be serious about this, you want to talk about, hey, where is the open? I think it's open point. This is solid point, then become 0. Okay, then look at this graph. You should be able to tell theta MLE is nothing but x1. Okay, that's in A. I think only found out MLE. How about B? Okay, even B is complicated, but sorry, since you guys are working at home, you guys have a whole day to working on this. So first of all, null hypothesis, theta smaller theta 0 versus alternative hypothesis, theta bigger than theta 0. I'm asking LRT, okay, without hesitation, writing down definition. Theta belongs to theta naught. Theta belongs to overall space, Lagrange function. Okay, then you don't need to talk about numerator and denominator then. Okay, again, denominator is always easy because this is nothing but what? Nothing but MLE. Right? Makes a major over ML. Then in addition, the just say so it's know that already. is not where your theta 0 is. Your theta naught, because null space is theta, so it's theta naught. It's your null space. Now where theta naught is. Say if your theta naught is right here. If this is theta naught, that means if your theta naught or x1, let me write x1 or yeah, right, just write theta naught. Either way. So if x1 theta naught bigger than x1 right here, okay? So if theta naught bigger than x1, okay, the whole function still maximize at L at x1. Minimum order statistics. But what if theta not actually smaller than x1 then? That means what if theta not is right here? That means the whole thing would become, it's not belongs to null space anymore, right? This guy is only your null space. Okay? So that means your graph look like this. This is on your null space right here. Okay? That means your MLE is what? Your MLE is theta naught right here. Right here. Okay? So that means I actually want to switch between these two guys. Okay? It's fine. So that means at the end of the day, you write formally about lambda x, depending on where your theta naught is. So, okay, it's fine. So that means if theta naught bigger than x1, my numerator is my numerator is type of function plugging x1, denominator plugging function x1. It's 1. Then if theta naught smaller than x1, then the ratio is what? It's theta naught numerator, then divided by x1 right here. Then that's my LRT statistics only. I think I'm looking for whole package, right? I think so. I'm asking about finding color of C as well. So that means by LRT itself, the rejection region would be smaller than C right here. Okay. Then I told you it's, hey, if you can, this guy may be hard to find, but you can always working on equivalent region right here. Okay. Again, you find easy statistics, but right now most likely MLE right here. And then bigger or smaller. Okay, or maybe both. Then again, it's you can draw a graph to see what happens. To see if I can find equivalent region. So this is x1. So the whole function lambda x as a function of x1 is what? This guy, if x1 is smaller than theta 0, if x1 is smaller than theta 0, it's 1 right here. This is 1, right? If x1 smaller than theta 0, lambda x is 1. Then if x1 bigger than theta 0 is this domain. If x1 bigger than theta 0 is what? The ratio right here. Okay? So that means we need to derive a little bit about ratio. I haven't done so, right? No, I don't think I've done so. So I should write it. So the ratio is L theta 0 divided by L x1. Of course, type of function is what? Okay, too far away from to this. Let me memorize it. 1 over n beta n. So 1 over beta with power n. Then exponential minus beta summation xi minus n theta, right? N theta, right? N theta replacing by n theta not greater theta x. Okay, then indicator function theta smaller than x1, indicator function theta not smaller than x1 right here. Okay, that's L theta 0. Again, you plug in 1 over beta without n expectation minus beta summation xi, then minus n x1 that's indicator function theta naught, then plug in right here, plug in x1 more than x1. Of course, you don't have to write anything right here. x1 so x1. Okay, good. I think so. Maybe it's easier to write this guy. I mean, either way, but it's easier to memorize like this, the same direction, same sign of the right here. Okay, so that means cancel out. There are a bunch of guys cancel until expectation, then minus beta, right? This guy working on these two guys. Okay, then summation x I think cancel out. Then I think it's n x1 minus theta not. Double check it. I think so. Okay. And then of course you have 1 theta not small than x1 right here. Okay, good. So looking at this, of course, x and x1 bigger than theta naught in this domain. Good. How about this guy right here? Right here. Increasing function or decreasing function of x1 right here, because you're looking for x as this x1. You really need to look at function. Is a function increasing function, decreasing function, or quadratic function of x1? Answer is decreasing function, because this is x1, this is minus 10 right here. Okay, so it means it's decreasing function of x1. You do need to know that. And then it already told me that you need to find something right here, smaller than c, right here, smaller than c. And then in equivalent is what? Right here is equivalence of x1s. So it means you don't have smaller. You only would have is bigger than some cutoff. That means this guy right here is, oops. Okay, this guy right here is what? Your C star X. That means lambda x smaller than C, equivalently, it's x1 bigger than some curl of a C star. Okay, good. So do I say anything about that? For some curl of C, okay, it's fine. So only about statistics? No, in C, right? I actually in C asking you about finding equivalent region. Okay, then bigger than C star. So again, I want to say something right here. The same thing in the beginning of the class I mentioned. Okay, so right now we're going to using alpha. Probability theta is in the no, I'm tired, so we need some help from you guys. This is no space. This is my rejection region, right? Definition of type 1 error. It's okay. So again, I say class could actually really working on lambda x itself. So it's not bar, so I don't want to give you some impressions about bar. Okay, my data. Okay. So this is lambda. This is lambda x. Okay. So let's see right here. Again, you can actually working on that directly, but it's only really just particular cases. You could take log on both sides. Taking log, you don't have to do anything about direction. But eventually, let me just jump. Taking minus into become bigger, then eventually this guy is x1, then bigger than theta. Then bigger than theta, I think. Then minus, right? Minus log C divided by n. By doing so, you can also see that this guy is C star, the same thing as right here. Okay? So that means it's you don't have to draw graph. You also can find out x1 bigger than C star by really easy operation.
Beta?
What?
Are you forgetting beta?
Yeah, forget about beta. Yes, I do. Thank you. So let me put beta back because beta is constant, so it's very important, isn't it? Right? You miss it, you don't miss much. Let me see. Do I write correctly? Beta log C divided by n, then move. Okay, good. So right here, it's writing this form. It could be also possibly easier for you to understand what this supremum occurred. Okay, so to me that is, I look at it this way, right? So theta is in theta in null space. Null space is theta smaller than theta 0, right? I think so. Double check on that. Yep. Okay, good. And they are trying to find maximizer. Okay. Imagine I'm going to guessing the maximizer going to happen in the boundary. That means theta equal theta 0 is going to give me the maximizer to get the maximum of the probability. Okay, I guess that it's actually true. Looking at this right here, what happens if you theta getting bigger? Oh, hold on a little bit. Did I mess up anything? If my theta getting bigger, my quantile move to the right then. This is my distribution. Then if theta getting, wait, the probability getting smaller. I made a mistake. Minus become bigger. What? My theta getting bigger. My distribution, the right hand side probably getting smaller. Theta getting smaller. So my right hand side is correct, right? Anyone can double check it? The side correct. Then how come I cannot using that to see the boundary happen in the maximizers then? Distribution x1 getting, if I theta getting bigger. Oh, sorry about that. No. So, yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit tired, so I kind of, it's not that way. So theta is actually control for the shape of the x1s. No, forget about it. Forget what I'm saying. Forget about the way I'm using quantile to solving for the whole thing, because x1 having a function of theta as well. So forget about it. So that means you do need to deriving the PDF of the x1s. The same thing as we did in class. Okay, I'm going to take out everything about right here. Okay. So that means I think I'm going to skip some of that. Really, right hand side, if I rewrite it down as C star, that means I can write here theta belongs to theta 0. If I'm willing to write the right hand side of the C star, so if forget about this, let's say if right hand C star, okay, that means x1 bigger than C star means everyone bigger than C star. Then what's power n? I don't have to put in detail, right? So you can know it, right? So if x small is 1, so in C star, that means x1 bigger than C star, x2 bigger than C star, until xn bigger than C star. Because ID, that basically everyone having the same CDF or survival function, then times power n right here. Okay, good. So then that means you just need to deriving what is the CDF of what is the survival function of x1 is. Okay, so right here I want to just give you directly what answer is. So this guy is exponential minus x1 minus theta divided by b beta. Okay, that's a survival function. Oh, 1 minus CDF of x1 is. Then I do a power n right here. Okay, then it's much easier to solve that. This function is what function is. So let me write it again more clearly. So I don't want to mess up. So minus n x minus theta, then divided by beta. Okay, again, looking at this guy, increasing function when theta getting bigger. Okay, when theta gets minus the whole function getting bigger as well. That means this increasing function of theta, that's the reason why you need to pick up, right? This is now, this is theta 0, this is your null spaces. Okay, increasing function, that means this guy happen in the boundary. Again, good things always happen in the boundary. So x1, it's, oh, I don't like it yet. So x1, no, so it's really wrong right here. It's not going to happen right here. So sorry about that. So x1 bigger than c theta, so that means you need to plug in c star as well. That's what I meant to write. So I do know about CDF, exponential minus beta c star minus theta with an n right here. That's more correct one. Okay, because I have c star right here, I need to plug in. Okay, good. Again, but the point is still it's increasing function with theta. So that means good things having a boundary, then eventually maximizer is theta 0, and then the whole value become minus beta n c star minus theta 0. Then you can write that way. Then. Okay, good. So that means eventually t equals to alpha. Then using that to solving C star, which means that it's minus n C star theta 0 divided by beta equals to log alpha. Then solving that C star equals to what? C star equals to, I think it's log alpha times beta divided by n, then moving right hand side minus theta 0. Is that correct? Or it's not? Just really doing things with beta right here, divided by m minus theta plus minus theta minus. So that means eventual answer would be then plus. Am I correct? Oh, still not. So actually it's minus right here. Okay, theta 0 beta log alpha divided by nx. Okay, that means eventually the whole package about LRT is eventually to find of C star right here. That means as long as rejection region is 1, your x1 bigger than theta 0 minus beta log alpha divided by n. This is the LRT based on x1. Meanwhile, the statistics. Okay, that's the whole thing about the midterm number 2 in 2018. Okay, I finished right here, but if you have time, I have one more words to tell you what I think about this testing. Okay, so imagine what happens to n goes to infinity. I always like to talk about what happens if n goes to infinity. The whole thing actually goes to where? 0, right? Beta of x, alpha is chosen 5%, then divided by n. So what does that actually means that what does this rejection region told you? Imagine your null hypothesis is theta smaller than theta 0. Alternative hypothesis is theta bigger than theta 0. What does this region told you? This region tells me as long as I saw the minimum value bigger than theta 0, I reject the null hypothesis, right? What does that make sense? That means when n goes to infinity, you basically observe everything already in this case. So it means because I observe everything, as long as my smallest one is going to be bigger than any fixed value right here. For example, what if this is 1 right here? Imagine it's 1 right here, right? You are testing whether or not, because everything got to be bigger than some value, right? Right here, it's 1, okay? So if your null hypothesis is actually true, everything is going to be bigger than 1. Because n goes to infinity, you observe everything, okay? That means as long as your smallest one right here, okay? Oh, sorry about that, it's really lousy graph. Because you observe everything, as long as your x1 bigger than x0, then I'm going to say your null hypothesis is not going to happen, right? That means you observe everything, x1 basically is what? Your lower bound already, okay? Because your lower bound bigger than theta now, so of course null hypothesis won't happen, okay? That's intuitive sense about this region making sense, okay? So if not, we can keep talking about it. I think basically with this exam. If not, I will having office hour tomorrow. You can bring any years of exams to the office hour. We'll start from 3 o'clock. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye bye.